for a change?
I am talking to you.
Then get ready to explore the quantum possibilities. It's time to transform that outdated paradigm into something universal and new. Time to uncover the truth hidden beneath the veil of lies. A time to think outside the box as we link to a higher consciousness. Welcome to the awakening. And now the hosts of Broadcast Team Alpha, Nori Love and Augie Nost.
Well, hello, shining star substance, radiant rock stars, and dancing dragonflies. How are you? How are you tonight? Here's another Tuesday. How's it going during all of the craziness that's going on around you? Are you all snuggled in and staying safe? And my alarm didn't go off the other morning and I was late getting into the living room, so that's pretty much how life is going. But I have some new things going on. Augie, what do you have going on?
Oh, I tell you, there is all kinds of things going on everywhere. And especially if we listen to the rest of the world, it could be a little scary, but no,
we create
that.
in reality. Exactly.
Yeah, we do. And this is a little different, Nori.
I know.
Yeah, this is going to be different. Today, actually, I have the enjoyment of introducing Nori. A little different because, well, you've been listening to our radio show for a while and you may think that you know a little bit about us, but there is so much more. And Nori and I have done this radio show for, I think it goes on 3 years now, something like that. But I do want to say some personal things about her.
Right, but not here the whole time, right? Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I do want to say a couple of personal things because there is so much more to Nori than what you hear on the air. And I know this is going to sound corny, but I'm absolutely honest about this. She is one of the sharpest people I know, and I have learned a lot from her. And I know I don't tell you that a lot, but I have.
Oh.
And now
you're not talking about when I have razor blade tongue, right? You're not talking about that kind of sharp.
Yeah, I learned that I have to run faster than you do. But
that's right.
Nori hey, we got to have fun. She is starting a new adventure in addition to the radio show and all the other things she's doing. And that is what entrepreneurs do. They get good at what they do, and then they expand, and and when they're done with that, then they expand some more. And she is definitely doing that. She's also very well qualified in the arena where she teach and work, and that's within body, mind, and spirit. She is a registered nurse, a hypnotherapist, body goals coach, and a double certified law of attraction life coach, and a third degree excuse me,
Easy
Reiki,
for you to say.
Reiki master, and she's a healer. And of course, you've been listening to her. She's also a radio talk show host. And a good way to contact her, and I'm going to say this and see if I get it right. She is probably best reached on Facebook. And here is that, facebook.com/BUFullOut. That's facebook.com/BUFullOut.
Mm-hmm.
And there you will find Nori's new adventure, the Center for Radiant Wellbeing. Mm-hmm. And there's just a couple of small things I also want to say about Nori before I just hand her over to you. And Nori, was born, and after she was born, she's always been dedicated to making a positive difference in the world. She's always been drawn to awakening consciousness in people and groups of people. Her professional journey has been an exploration of realizing and grounding her calling through healing, entrepreneurship, innovation, writing. She's also an author. She wrote a book, and coaching and healing artistry. Yes, healing artistry. I'm carrying a bracelet that I think you did 2 years or so ago for me. And this was just a bracelet. It actually is a healing bracelet because you get magnets and stones in there that reflects and take and give impressions into the finer body that we are. So this is one that I really treasure a lot. And this, along with her gifts and wisdom and spirituality, inspired people to also use the term for her, a Christian mystic. And that's the word that I want to bring up later on, because it has some really neat connotations to it. Now, later in life, also, Nori, excuse me, she excelled in athletics as a celebrated aerobic instructor, successful personal trainer, and an award-winning bodybuilder. And in her humble way, she says, yeah, but it's just law of attraction at work all the time. But the thing about law of attraction is that you're the one that did it. So now, normally I would welcome the guest to the show, but I guess I should say, welcome to your own show, Nori.
Thank you. That's so funny. Karen said I'm a bit of a comedian. I love that. Thank you, Karen. That's like, I hold that in the highest regard. Thank you. Yeah, wow. So that was big. That was exhausting.
No, I'm done, and now it's all yours. But I don't, you have done so much, and you do so much. Where in the world do we want to start explaining what you are doing and the new thing that you are embarking on to help mankind with? Where do we want to start, Nori?
Well, the Center for Radiant Wellbeing, that's probably a great place to start. My mission is to assist 1 million people with increasing their well-being. And of course, I'm not doing it alone. I have an amazing group of friends who I call the board of directors, who are helping me behind the scenes. And, will be not only behind the scenes, but will be offering classes and teaching some of our classes. So, as they trickle out to more and more people, so too does the well-being. So that's how I calculate the 1 million people.
Well, you don't expect to do the 1 million week, by next week on Thursday. It's going to take a year to do that.
I don't know. It could happen, if one video goes viral, what happens to, that's okay.
You are absolutely right. That could happen.
Oh, hi.
There you are.
I have no idea. It was so weird. My laptop screen just closed. It was so weird.
Huh.
It was weird. Okay. Well, anyway, I don't know where we were, but we can go anywhere.
Yeah. But, you were talking about Radiant Wellbeing and what you are starting to do there.
Oh, okay. So I was saying that I love, every aspect of the process, of creating new things and new adventures, even the creative discontent that happens before you birth, your new creation, because, it's that discontent, it's that angst, it's that, I want to crawl out of my body if I just can't get, lay this egg, and that's part of the beauty of the creative process. And, then you begin to piece it together and then it happens, and there's a Rumi quote that I love so much, because the vision came from within. Actually, this is from Carl Jung. I love this one. Your vision becomes clear only when you can look into your own heart. Those who look outside dream. Those who look within awaken. And, this is so true. And it's so much at the foundation of what I'm doing. And that's how we dare say that we're taking wellness and fitness, well-being and fitness to 5D, because we are in a lot of our classes. We're going to be merging, we're going to be dovetailing mainstream exercise with alternative practices. One of my classes is going to be shake your chakra. And because you don't need people to check your chakras and align your chakras for you. You don't need to. You can do it yourself. And you even better, you do it while you're moving, because that gets you out of your head and more into, you actually can contact, you can interact with the quantum field better when you're moving your body, because your body can't be tense and you can't go into monkey mind. So it's a magical space to be doing it, in that way. Also, some of my classes, I'll be doing Reiki during the class, right? So anybody who did, like 1,000,000 squats and your thighs are burning, maybe not 1,000,000, enough to make your thighs burn, would welcome, the rush of healing energy going through those burning quads. And so too, some of my team, some of the team that I belong with are going to be offering magical things as well. So David said, what secrets was Nori about to give away that the universe doesn't want us to know? That's true. That's why I got bounced off, David. Exactly.
Yeah, we're all open for secrets.
Curses foiled again. Who said that? Batman? I don't know who said that.
I don't know. No, but you are not alone in doing this. And now you wear many hats, and they're well worn. You've done a lot. So what about some of the others? What will they be doing with you?
So the mainstream classes, and I put them in air quotes, are going to be low impact aerobics, high intensity interval training, abs and arms, right? So we're going to have some bite-sized classes during the day, so you can just drop in for a 20-minute or 25-minute class, just lower body or, booty and legs or whatever, and abs and butt. I lost my train of thought. So sorry. Okay, so I was talking about the mainstream classes.
Yeah.
And what did you ask me? I know I wanted to segue into...
No, you were talking about what the aerobics and what that could do to help people.
Right. I think I was just talking about the classes that people would expect to see in any kind of a wellness center. So we'll have all of them. But then we're going to have classes like soul expression. This is one of my favorite classes, and thank God I've been the test crash dummy for it, because Suli Yates, who's this amazing healer and channel and facilitator over in the UK, she's also an incredibly accomplished dancer. So she's going to lead this class where you do, free flowing movement, like it's nothing choreographed, you just do it on your own as you feel like you want to. And then she calls in the beings of light, because she's a channel, and the guardians of nature. And with her words and her imagery, she takes you on this journey while you're moving your body, and then sort of ends with a meditation. And it is one of the most transformative, fun, amazing things I've ever done in my life. So Suli's going to be offering that. Yeah, it's really, really amazing. And the beautiful part of it is that, in the beginning, whenever you join a class that has dance in it, everybody's like, oh God, and they feel like you're going to be spastic and you're all self-conscious. But something happens, when Suli, leads you with some of her imagery where you let go of that, and you release that ego awareness of yourself and you begin to feel into your body. I mean, that's actually where healing happens, It's amazing.
Yeah.
Shady says it's pretty intense. It is intense. I mean, at the end of 2 of them, I had tears streaming down my face, not out of sadness, but out of pure joy, because I was so connected to my body and my mind and my spirit and my soul. And that's the alignment that we're always, rebalancing for. We're trying to rebalance in. And that's what the center is dedicated to, balance in body, mind, spirit, and soul. Because so many of us sacrificed our body for our career, and we don't even know where that might be right now, right? Because of what's going on. So this is a great time maybe to begin to love your body or begin to move into some self-love. Yeah. Or many of us, sacrificed our health, to raise our children, work 2 jobs. And, this is the place for you. This is the place to, regain your health and regain your body and regain your sanity and your self-love and your balance. And, all in a really fun, festive, really cool community that's totally, judgment-free. And how many people are afraid to go to the gym because they're going to be judged? First of all, everybody doesn't judge. Second of all, the only person who's really going to see you in the class on the screen is the instructor. So all of that is gone.
Oh, yeah, that'll be good. But you mentioned dance. And, dance is probably, besides swimming, one of the most vital and best exercises you can do.
It is so good. It is so good because, and it's even better really than swimming, because with the movement and sometimes you jump a little bit or you actually come up on your toes, that helps the lymphatic system. It helps your energetic system. Mm-hmm. So, I'm sending healing love out to Linda, who's having an upset stomach. Oh, Linda, healing love to you, Reiki, if you would like it. So, yeah. Ooh. So dance is amazing. Dance is so amazing. We're going to have flexibility classes. We're going to have Qigong, yoga, high and low impact. I don't really see a big demand for step impact, but it depends on the age group that's there. Because if it were me, I'm in the age group where I love step aerobics. So I would welcome a step aerobics class, but yeah, it's just amazing. It's amazing. It's so much fun. We're going to do brain yoga, right? Because you're going to introduce me to that. And that's a quickie. That's like 15 minutes. And it doesn't only benefit your body, it benefits your brain and all levels. So.
Oh, it's phenomenal when you do that brain yoga. The kids that have learning disorders, even the learning disorders go away and they start excelling in school again. And it's phenomenal. Mm-hmm. Now, you're also a hypnotherapist, so will you be doing hypnosis also at a distance like this? I know it can be done. It's just a little different because you're not with somebody, but you still will be doing that also, maybe?
Yeah, absolutely. And I did formal, hypnotherapy sessions online on Skype. It works out well about 95% of the time. The other 5%, ends up being the barking dog or the cat that just has to, jump on their owner's lap because they love the energy. But you've experienced a little bit of my hypnotherapy skills, every Sunday during the mastermind, because my guided meditations, of course, are built, from what I know about the subconscious mind and imagery. So yes, absolutely. Hypnotherapy will be there. I'm going to offer, hypnotherapy classes like the gastric band class. Anybody who thinks they want to cut their body in order to lose weight should actually come and take a hypnotherapy gastric band class, because you can have the same effects without having to have surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The
Yeah.
two things that, in my experience, I know a little bit about hypnosis, and quitting smoking and weight loss is probably maybe one of the most used and the most successful way of using hypnosis.
It
You
is.
think?
Absolutely, because so much around eating, has to do with emotion and the subconscious mind. I mean, a lot of eating disorders. I recently worked with a friend who, she ate pizza, chicken, cookies, and water. That was like her diet. I mean, and all of the other foods didn't just not appeal to her, actually bothered her. The consistency of vegetables and the texture of foods really, really bothered her, to the point where when I first moved in, she was my neighbor. I made this dinner, and I made, a lot. So I brought her over this beautiful, baked chicken and vegetable and salad. And when I knocked on her door and she opened it, the look of horror on her face, because I didn't know that about her, I was like, oh my God, what have I done to this woman? She closed the door. She's like, no, thank you. I can't eat that. No. And, I took my little plate home, feeling like, oh my God, what have I done to this woman? And later I came to find out that was the reaction that she had to food. And the beautiful part of the hypnotherapy session was that it wasn't, going back and doing the primal scream, or going back and remembering when her mother made her sit at the table, and eat all of her peas. It was a beautiful journey, into a park where there was a bench, and she sat on the bench, and her grandmother came to visit her, and they laughed together, and her grandmother told her something, just laughed, or just be joyous, or something really meaningful. And that was the key that opened the door to her subconscious mind. The next time I saw her, she's like, oh yeah, I went out to dinner with what's her name. And you know what I even tried? Somebody had basil, a leaf of basil on their plate. I actually tried that. So, that's how powerful hypnotherapy is. And now she's lost a bunch of weight, and she's enjoying, nourishing her body by eating from many, many food groups. Yeah.
That's good. Yeah,
Yes.
we're going into a break here 1
Okay.
minute from now. And before we do that, I want to make sure that people know how to get a hold of you. Could you give them the information how they can connect with you, but also not just Facebook? There are some people that is not on Facebook. How do they reach you?
Absolutely. So you can always reach me, and it's the easiest one. NoriLoveMail@gmail.com. Center for Radiant Wellbeing @gmail.com. My Everything Conscious website is still up. It's going to have, a renovation, but you could go there, everythingconscious.com. Yeah. Those are all the places to reach me. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go to break. We'll be right back.
This is the Broadcast Team Alpha Show, hosted by Nori Love and Augie Nost. The one show that takes your doubts of the unknown and spins them into reality. Share your thoughts by calling our hotline number at 702-425-9230. That's 702-425-9230.
Call now.
Worldwide callers use Skype name KCOR Radio. More cutting-edge conversation and exploration of the quantum universe after this.
1,000,000 miles till midnight. A story of timelines, artificial worlds, simulated races, and the galactic imprint, and the destiny of a blue world called Earth. 1,000,000 miles till midnight, written by Solaris Blue Raven, is a journey through the mind's eye, which allows the reader to surf a wave of technological and multidimensional intellect, revealing a bridge between conscious design and the truth. A multidimensional bleed-through awakens the world of artificial intelligence to set sail into the frontiers of a vast multiverse, morphing planets and terraforming ascended worlds beyond the linear programs of a fated race. 1,000,000 miles till midnight will awaken, inspire, prepare, and enlighten one to the many multidimensional states of consciousness and worlds we reside in. With every cell and atom, we are this truth and multiverse. 1,000,000 miles till midnight. Written by Solaris Blue Raven. Available now at Amazon.com. Don't wait. Get your copy today.
Great.
It's great. I think it's great. I think it's
The
great.
all-new KCOR Digital Radio Network.
Great.
Make a note of it.
It's great.
If ever a breed was affectionate to a fault, it's the Golden Retriever. They're people dogs, pure and simple. And the Golden Retriever Rescue of Southern Nevada needs your help. If you would like to volunteer, foster, adopt, or donate, go to the Golden Retriever Rescue of Southern Nevada's website at grrsn.org. That's grrsn.org. Or call 598-GOLD. That's 598-GOLD.
Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, come discover the universal core to all your issues by tapping into the unseen world, exclusively on the KCOR Digital Radio Network. From the metaphysical, simultaneous realities, alchemy, as well as the ascension process. The hosts of the unseen world will take you on a roller coaster ride through the metaphysical matrix. So buckle up and enjoy the ride. The Unseen World, live Tuesdays 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. Come awaken to an endless world of possibilities.
Going live.
Come explore the quantum possibilities. This is Broadcast Team Alpha.
Broadcast Team Alpha.
To be on the show live, call 702-425-9230. That's 702-425-9230. Worldwide callers use Skype name KCOR Radio. Share your thoughts of the show on Twitter at KCOR Radio, #KCOR. Or join the cutting edge conversation live in our chat room at KCORradio.com. Now back to Broadcast Team Alpha with your free thinking hosts, Nori Love and Augie Nast.
And a big shout out to the chat room. Let's see. Hello, CKZ boy. David Cook. Hello. Doc who? Hi, Doc. Hi, Doc. I wonder who he is. JC. Hello, JC. Joe Marco is here. And John. Hi, John. Karen Nelson. Hi, Karen. Kay. Linda Gould. Hope you're feeling better. Lisa is here. And Naj. Hello, Naj. Parked Cake is here. Rob is here. Shady D is here. Wave Rider is here. The amazing, beautiful, rich, and famous Tina Marie is here. And I think Alex Matsuo might be here. Cindy, I don't know. I'm going to say hi anyway because I don't want to leave anybody out. Karen, I think I said hi to Karen. Bob Bernelli, not sure if Bob's still here. Parked Cake, Love Cake, John. Okay. I think I have everybody. If I missed you, please forgive me and just know that I'm saying your name in the quantum field. Okay. Hi, Augie.
Hey, yeah. I want to say one more thing about the chat room, and that is that the only people that we can see by name are the ones that is saying something. So send us a little message, say something, or hello, which is my trademark. So just do that, and then we can see who you are, and we can get to recognize you. Otherwise, there is probably close to 150 people in there, which is the limit of the chat room. So when we get towards the end of the show, so that's my little shtick about the chat room. So
That's your shtick. All right. Well, I want to talk a little bit more about how how we dare to say that the fitness and well-being, is going to the fifth dimensional level. And that's with those classes that I was telling you about, like the Shake Your Chakra class. When you are focusing on your sacral chakra and shaking your sacral chakra, like moving it to the beat of music, rocking, circling, whatever you feel like doing, right? Moving it, and then going inward in your imagination, if you will, and imagine turning the wheel of the sacral chakra, I don't know, 6 turns to the right. And no, I think I need to go back 3 turns to the left. No, let me go back 1 right, back 1 left. Oh, yeah, that's good. And then you know that it's balanced. And then you go on and you do that all the way up to the crown chakra. And when you focus in that way and work on your energetic centers, you're impacting your energetic field, which interacts with the quantum field when you have no interference, because you're focusing on what you're doing. Your body, it can't distract you by getting tense, right? Because you're thinking something. And that's when you're free and you're available to tap into the quantum field. And at the end, make something happen as a result of that. When you are, comfortably tired and have tapped into all of your energy centers, then sit down and do some breathing and get a vision of something that you want to shift in your life. You are in the optimal state of connection to actually make that happen. Does that make sense, Augie?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And when you're talking about dance, also any specific type of dance? I know Zumba is phenomenally exercising. Do you do something like that?
No. That's a great exercise, but it's too threatening. It's too intimidating. The class is, just move your hips in the way that makes you feel good. Move your rib cage, and isolating your rib cage is a little bit challenging. Once you get in touch with those muscles, then that's a game changer for you. And a lot of people don't really recognize that you actually can isolate your rib cage, and it really increases your ability to breathe. It increases the ability to let go of some of those muscles that prevent us from really sticking our belly out, the whole way when we take a breath in. So no, Augie, it's not rumba, although, it could be as rhythmic, it could be as dynamic, it could be as sexy, as a rumba, but it's more intuitive.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, you being a nurse, you can actually legally talk about this, and that is nutrition.
I can.
You're going to get into probably nutrition in addition to, because there are certain things the body need to rebuild itself, and foods don't give it to us anymore. So we need some extra nutrition.
That's true.
Would you probably talk about that too?
Absolutely. So I'm a big proponent of listen to your body, because once you listen to your body, once you get the habitual stuff that keeps you on the eating hamster wheel, once we get that out of the way and you can listen to your body, you have the power and the capability to say, body, what do you desire today? And your body will guide you to what you need. A lot of cravings are actually guiding us to what we need. Craving chocolate, could mean you might need a little magnesium. So although, I don't really sell nutraceuticals, I am a big proponent. I love nutraceuticals. But sometimes just changing your diet and taking out the antivitamins, white sugar, processed foods, saturated fats, too much alcohol, antivitamins, cigarettes steal your B vitamins. So once you take that out and then begin focusing on eating from many of the food groups, you're going to begin to heal and nourish your body. But we have somebody, Anne McElway. She's been doing the keto, and not the keto cheat, like where all you do is, eat, like make keto carrot cheesecake. She's been doing really like healthy keto for many, many years. So she's going to be guiding us in that, because the keto, a lot of people love keto. A lot of people hate keto, and for you, we're going to have other classes and other information. But nutrition is so important to the way that we feel. So me, as a nurse, I'm going to be talking about blood sugar, because I'm here to tell you that if you're experiencing emotional mood swings and you can't control your temper, or you can't control your emotions, well, I'm minus the COVID stuff, because that's getting to a lot of us. But blood sugar can usually be traced back, as the culprit of that. That whole thing about being hangry, isn't just a funny thing on a TV commercial. It actually happens because our blood sugar plummets. So so we're going to be talking about all aspects of nutrition and nourishing your souls. I like to say it that way more than nutrition, looking at really nourishing your souls, because, you might not believe this, but it's been my experience that the quality of what's under my skin is directly related to the quality of what I put in my body. Mm-hmm. And that's so true. I mean, even, the suppleness of my muscles, the quality of my skin changes during Halloween, when candy corn comes around. This year I'm not going to do it. but years gone by, I did do it, and my body suffered a little bit as a result of it. So, yeah.
Yeah, we could have candy corn hangovers for a week afterwards.
Oh, God, help me. That's just... Hello, Iowa girl. Iowa girl came late. Good to see you. Yeah, so definitely we're going to work on well-being on all levels: body, mind, spirit, and soul. So I have to speak to the spirit part, because it's not just, new age spirituality. And I am a Christian mystic, which is something I've never really talked about before. But, the foundation of the center is Trinitarian, and it is Christian, although certainly I will never, push any of my views on anybody. So that's a part of what we do. That's a part of what I do. Not all of the instructors there are going to do that. But, for people who want to work on their body and have Christian support, to have biblical support, if that inspires them and uplifts them, and it helps them to make a change easier, well, then we're going to have that too.
Well, the thing about it is that there's a lot of health information in the Bible.
There is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They talked about the herbs of the field, and they talk about how to get rid of worms in there. They talk about all kinds of things that I seem to remember back when I read it.
Mm-hmm. Diatomaceous earth and charcoal are very good for worms.
Yeah. Now, one more thing. You're speaking of spirit, and that is that there is the saying, I'm not so sure I get it right, but I'm going to be close, and that is...
Can I ask you to hold that for 1 minute? Because I do want to say one other thing.
Oh.
The other thing that we're really, really big on at the center is gut health. Because, our gut is our first brain. And if our gut is off, everything is going to be off, not just the physical aspect of our body, but our emotional body and our psychological well-being gets shifted because of not having gut health. So that's another thing that we're really big on. And, we're going to talk about a lot of Dr. Darrell Wolf's treatments. He's a naturopath who is like huge, on gut health. So, okay, I just wanted to say that. Augie, please now ask me. I'm sorry.
No. That was good, because the health of your stomach, it sets the health of the body. Because especially we can have leaky guts, and what comes in the stomach then, if you have leaky gut, gets in the bloodstream, and you don't want it there.
Well, not only the bloodstream, but, Dr. Wolf attributes back pain, fibroids, endometriosis to poor gut health, because if your intestines are really sluggish and you have all that, he calls it cesspool, just sitting in your large intestine, it's in a semi-permeable membrane, so it actually does leak out, and affect the other organs. So absolutely, Augie, you're right. Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of health information there also. But there's this saying that is, take care of yourself, otherwise you will not be able to help anybody else either. The same thing with learn self-love, otherwise you may not be able to love others. How important do you think that is?
That's critically important, and self-love is also at the foundation of everything that we do at the center, because when you're on the airplane, you apply the oxygen to yourself first, then to your child. That's because if you don't have the oxygen, right, to carry out the next movement, apply the mask to your child, you're not going to be able to apply the mask. So that premise carries out all through life, even though many religions, many cultures have told us that, if we focus on ourselves first, we're selfish. There is nothing selfish about it, and you will have ultimate support while you are developing your self-love, because it means that you say no to some people. It means that you say no to some things. It means that you say no to all of the things that you really don't want to do, but you forced yourself to do before. And that's huge. That's a little bit of a tsunami flowing through your life. So, when you have support for that, or if you happen to be in a narcissistic relationship, whether it was your mother or your aunt or a teacher or your boyfriend or your girlfriend, or your spouse, if you're coming off of that, you said no to yourself for a really long time. And although we don't, teach about that, I do post tons of videos with some of the best in the field, on how to correct that. But loving yourself first also means going inward and taking a look at all of those things that you do. And some of those things that you do that make you feel really bad. Like if you procrastinate, that's not self-love, because you are making yourself so uncomfortable at the 11th hour, right? If you're always late, that's not self-love, because you're making yourself miserable while you're driving 120 miles an hour to get to wherever you're almost late for, right?
Yeah.
And that goes for some of the things that we eat and some of the behaviors that we have. And when you wake up and you go, oh my God, I really am hurting myself with this cigarette, or you go to walk up a flight of stairs and you have that sinking feeling because you're so winded, you have love and you have support at the center, as you begin to make those changes. And, when you begin to recognize that you haven't been in self-love, you might not be happy. So we come to the center, we hold space for you, until you get your happy back. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Could we talk a little bit about the mindset of change? There's a lot of people, including myself, at times where I want to have something done. I want to do something, and then I decide, okay, I'm going to do that. And this morning, let's say I decide to do something, but tonight I quit. And then I start again tomorrow morning, and then I quit again tomorrow night. And that is not quite the way we really should do it. We should make a decision. And something in our mindset have to support that decision so it stays with us in a different positive direction. And in order for us to have the mindset, in order for us to continue that different direction, there's got to be a solid decision behind it. How do we as people create that in our mind? What can we do to help making a solid decision that sticks?
So that's a great question. It's so important to not try and force the decision until you're ready. It's like being in a bad relationship, and every day you wake up and go, should I break up with him? Should I break up with him? Should I break up with him? If you're asking that question, that day is not the day to break up with him. It's the day that you wake up and go, I am done. I'm out. That's when you break up with him. And that's the same thing about making a decision. It's all about clarity. When you're just beginning to open the door and go, oh, I think I might change this. Boom, shut the door, right? It's a process. Oop, Let me open that door again. Yeah, I really need to change that. Yeah, 2 bags of candy corn. That's not good. I really need to change that. Shut the door. Go eat candy corn. Right. So during that time when you're opening the door and shutting it, or the time when you are in emotional pain because you're overweight and you don't want to be overweight anymore, but you're not ready to really do something about it. It's about clarity and understanding where you are. During all of those things that I just highlighted, you're not ready to make a decision. You're getting ready to get ready. And what you really need is somebody to help you understand where you are in the process. And then when you're ready, then you look around, right? You gather your support, you gather your tools, right? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get myfooddiary.com and I'm going to have somebody, show me how to make that, how to use that, or, I'm going to go to Weight Watchers, or I'm going to do keto, right? You choose everything. And then you begin to build up momentum. And then one day you wake up and you go, you know what? I've got everything in place. I've got all my pieces in place. I am clear on where I want to go. I've got a vision on where I want to go. Bam. That's the day to make the decision. Mm-hmm. Now, you'll still have times, when you fall off the wagon, if you will, no matter what it is, whether it's smoking or your health or, losing weight or gaining weight, or eating something bad or not eating enough or overeating or, whatever it is. You have to get to the point where you're fully embodying it. And that's when you can be successful. And it's good to have somebody to say, okay, where are you at with your planning? Well, I haven't really planned. Okay, you're not ready. You're not ready. And for somebody who wants to do something because they feel like they need to do something, I'll give them a 3-day challenge. And that helps them, with that burning desire, like, thinking that, well, if I just do something, if I just do anything, it's going to begin to change me. And it will. It's better if you have all of your pieces and your tools and your clarity and your vision in place. It's better if you do that. But if you do a 3-day fast, if you do a 3-day food journal and become poignantly aware of what you're eating, if you do a 3-day of only smoking 15 cigarettes a day, definitely. Does it take you up a little bit higher in your energy and you're more close to success? Absolutely. It prepares you for greater success.
And then in addition to that, I would say there are things that can accelerate that process within yourself, and that is maybe hypnosis, where you can go into the subconscious and change the programming down there that says, oh, that pie is good. Mm-hmm. What do you think hypnosis could actually help accelerate that process? And that's what I've seen you doing.
Absolutely. Hypnotherapy does accelerate the process because it helps you open that trap door, and get to the root cause. So absolutely, that is an expeditious path. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh boy, we only got 4 minutes left of the show, but there's one more thing that I would really want you to talk about, and that is goal setting. What should people do to make the goals stick?
Go inward. Mm-hmm. Get really clear on your vision. Clarity is the glue. Clarity is also part of what begins to set your momentum into motion. But you just get a vision, right? Don't do anything. You can begin to craft an intention or craft a goal, but make sure that you can see it. Make sure that on some level you can feel it, or maybe get little butterflies. And then you know that it's a goal that you can definitely achieve.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and goal setting is kind of the thing that if you miss it the first time, don't give up, because you reset it.
Oh,
and then you
absolutely.
go for it again.
Yeah, I mean, anybody who's played darts, I mean, those darts don't even hit the board in the beginning, right? But eventually you hit the center. Absolutely. So we've got 3 minutes left, and I just want to thank everybody for being here and for playing and for being funny and all of the stuff that's going on in the chat room. And hi, cute for it. Cute for it. Hello. And thank you, Augie. This was really fun. Thank you.
Yeah, I had a blast.
Mhm.
Yeah, the thing about it, we do shows together, but we don't get enough airtime ourselves. And this is one way of doing it, because you deserve every bit of airtime that you can get, especially because of what you're doing, because you do help mankind, you help individually. And I would encourage everybody to go seek out Nori on Facebook and on the internet, everywhere you can find her. So tell them again where they can reach you.
Yes, please go to the Center for Radiant Wellbeing page on Facebook. Like it, follow it. All of the details are going to be there. Every change, every exciting thing that's happening is there. You can reach me at norilovemail@gmail.com, or my old website, which is going to go under renovation, which is everythingconscious.com. Thanks, everybody. This was so much
Excellent.
fun.
And I got one more comment. And that is that the change in your life that you are seeking doesn't all have to happen by all yourself. You can reach out for help, and the help is right there for many of you, where Nori was told you on facebook.com, be you full out. Try that one, because there is help. There is competent people out there, and I've known her well enough. She's one of them.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Augie.
All right.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.
You've been listening to Broadcast Team Alpha.
Broadcast Team Alpha.
Hosted by Nori Love and Augie Nost. Every Tuesday night at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, exclusively on the KCOR Digital Radio Network. The balance of power is shifting to a new paradigm. Will you be ready? For more information on Broadcast Team Alpha, as well as the hosts Nori Love and Augie Nost, please visit their website at broadcastteamalpha.com. Until next week, remember to keep those minds open while always exploring the endless quantum possibilities.
Broadcast Team Alpha. Over and out.
This is KCOR Las Vegas, home of the Digital Radio Network, broadcasting from a shack just south of Area 51. Wait, that doesn't exist. This is the KCOR Digital Radio Network. Now for the news.